21 Pilots, a two-man band from Columbus, Ohio, started in 2009. Yeah, I'm a fan of them. I own some of their merch. I like some of their albums. I literally went to a concert in like September 20th with Mason. So yeah, needless to say, I like their music. I've always been a fan of them since they released their album like Blurry Face. And when my sister introduced them when I was driving, not driving, but like when I was in a car, I was like, yo, who the hell is this band? They were like 21 Pilots. And I've been bumping their shit in Spotify for a long time, and ever since they released Blurry Face, been a fan. So I thought, in order to mainly just talk about my favorite band on my YouTube channel just for fun, why don't I rank and listen to their entire discography and rank all of their albums on a tier list. Yeah, this video took me a while to make, so I hope you enjoy this type of content I make, reviewing and ranking shit. Yeah, I wanted to channel my inner LS Mark for this video, so yeah. Let's start off with their first depressing album, self-titled Take Me Out. Self-titled, the band's first ever debut album, whatever you want to call it, or first album. And it was released in 2009 on December 29th. And me personally, I think it's a solid, not bad, and okay start to the band. It has a couple of good/great songs and fairly interesting songs that get me inclined and interested. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. But there are some songs I rate lower, mainly because they were either A, boring, B, they had a vocal performance I personally didn't like, or C, it just felt all empty.
And play the music?
I don't know. Yeah, I rated this, I listened to this album front to back when I was sleep deprived at like midnight, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., I don't know. Yeah. However, it's not bad by any means. And I'd say it's a solid and okay start to the band. However, compared to their other albums now, it's not really their best work. I'm gonna put this in C tier, 6.3 out of 10 or 63 out of 100 if you want to get big. Man, I wonder what they have in store next. Oh no. Ah! Please, why do I have to do this crap? I don't have to put up with my suffering. Yeah, Doc, I just can't seem to find a cure. Yeah, your severe depression is purely uncurable. Oh. Now, before we start, I just wanted to say that this contains a little bit of outdated opinions, like the first sentence. So, yeah. I'm just reciting my Album of the Year reviews at this point. By the way, go follow me on Album of the Year. Here's the link. I'm putting it up on the screen and my profile picture next to it. So yeah, go ahead and follow me. Alright, so regional at best. Where do I begin with this? Where do I begin with this awful album? I begin with it by giving it F tier. You just want to hear my opinions? Okay. I'm gonna recite my Album of the Year review by paragraph. Atrocious atrocious auto-tune, and lyrics that come off as pretentious at its finest. And an objectively awful album. The only good songs in my opinion are Slow Town and Forest. This is definitely one of 21 Pilots' worst projects yet. Edit/update, I listened to the album again and it has sort of grown on me. The lyrics in the album still come off as pretentious, especially on Kitchen Sink and Anathema. Kitchen Sink, that's literally just the whole point of the song, I think. Like, nobody thinks what I think, nobody dreams when they blink. That's like the equivalent of saying, like, you don't understand me. I'm sorry. Cringy. Let me just cut that out in editing, please. The vocal performance still sucks in a lot of songs like Car Radio and Anathema. I get that Car Radio is supposed to sound like sad, like with the vocal performance, but it literally sounds like I ponder something great, my lungs will fill and then deflate. It sounds like that. Listen to this.
I ponder of something great, my lungs will fill and then deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today.
I get that he's supposed to sound sad in the song, but it just feels like big switch-ups in the vocal performance. It also sounds like he's going like, whoa, whoa, whoa. How about I edit in some goofy noise? But some of the demo songs that were in Vestal are good, except for Trees and Car Radios. Stay away from Regional at Best's Trees demo and listen to the Vessel version instead. Oh, you want to hear it? Okay, I'm gonna warn you to cover up your ears immediately. I'll put up you'll see on screen after it's playing that you can come back to listen to the audio now. Like, mute your headphones or something.
I know where you stand, silence in the trees.
Oh, what, you love it? Oh, wait, you don't like it. Okay, sorry. Despite the demos literally being made on an Apple laptop/Mac and GarageBand, I am not joking. This is literally the project file for Ode to Sleep. What? They're still surprisingly good for GarageBand. I am not even joking. Same can be said about the instrumental tracks, but despite all that, this album is still objectively bad. But not the worst album in the world. Just listen to like at least one freaking AJR album. I promise you, you will not regret it. They are so good. I am being sarcastic. Stay away from them. If you want the worst album in the world, just go listen to Fever Dreams by Boy With You or Weezer's Ratitude, because those albums actually suck ass. But yeah, though, this is going in F tier garbage. 3.3 out of 10 or 33 out of 100 if you really want to get big in terms of ratings.
Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't.
Vessel. This is the start of peak of 21 Pilots, by the way. I personally think that this album is basically a better Regional at Best. That being said, this is a clever album with 0 skips in the album. I seriously can't even think of a lot of flaws in this album. It's just that good. It includes some songs from Regional at Best and a couple of original songs as well. I'm really glad that they decided to remove the vocal effects and the auto-tune, polish and refine all of the songs that were from Regional at Best that they brought onto this album. Overall, I think that this album is really good. I'm gonna put this album in B tier. 8.4 out of 10 or an 84 out of 100 if you want to get big with the ratings. Yo, this song will never be on the radio. Even the Macleod people will vote. It's me, brown, emotional. Yeah. Didn't have a review written down, so I'm just gonna yap. Alright, so Blurry Face was released in May 17th of 2015. And it was their breakout to the mainstream. It was a massive success with songs like Stressed Out and Ride getting billions of views on YouTube, and needless to say, it doesn't age well now. This was their first ever thing related to the lore, and in terms of like lore now, it's not really important except for the freaking cover art for some reason, but there's a few lines in this album that's like cringy now, like I wasn't raised in the hood, but I know a thing or two about pain and darkness, and lines like yo, this song will never be on the radio, that just make me cringe, and they don't age well. Like, yo, this song will never be on the radio. You literally had Stressed Out playing on the radio. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out how funny that line is to me. But yeah, this is going in C tier, but above self-titled 6.5 out of 10 or 65 out of 100 if you want to get big. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and move on to... Oh, hell yeah, baby!
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs!
Trench. Oh my god. Holy crap, I'm in Fortnite.
Oh my gosh.
This album is a godsend, truly peak 21 Pilots. And it has 0 skips and is a fantastic listen front to back with its great production and great writing. Seriously, the producer didn't even need to go that hard. You don't even need to know the lore in order to enjoy this album. It's just that good. I'm gonna put this in S tier, 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100 if you want to get big with the ratings. I don't even need to explain myself for why I think this album is so good. You just have to listen to it in order to like get it, you know? It's very good. Like I highly recommend you listen to it. Anyways, that's it. Next album. Pop record. This is on the level of Blurry Face, as you soon see, according to Album of the Year. Yeah, this is a pop record. Yeah, you'll soon see in this little segment called Scaled and Icy Ranking and Review. Yeah! Scaled and Icy. It is criminal that this album is rated on the level of Blurry Face on Album of the Year. But honestly, I can see why people don't really like this album. It goes for the more poppy, generic, radio-geared sound of this era's pop music. However, in my opinion, there's really one skip in this album, that being Bounce Man. But I don't hate that song. I think it's fine. Despite this album being a pop album, I honestly really loved it on release. And it's never really shrunk on me. It's got banger songs that I've played for many years, and I still do till this day. This album has to go in S tier. It's really good. 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100 if you want to get big in terms of rankings. Wow, we're finally done. Honestly, kind of sad that I can't really work on this project anymore until, I don't know, 21 Pilots releases a song or an album that has to go on my tier list, and I gotta restart this project. But I probably won't even care to restart the project because I mean, what more do I gotta do? I'm tired, and I just kinda wanna get this over with before I go to Dad's. Alright, Clancy. It has a consistency in terms of subject matter in the album, but that's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing, and it helps people get a grasp of what it's talking about. This is a trench tune, and also the synths in that album, in some of the songs, kind of gives it an abstract sound, in my opinion. It makes it stick out among their other albums, and also in a good way. What can I say? It's just a great banger album, in my opinion. I'm putting this in S tier, above Scaled and Icy though. 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100 if you want to get big on the ratings. Oh my god, it's 12 a.m. already. I've really been recording for that long. Damn. Alright. I'm just gonna say that thank you so much for watching. As always, like if you like this video, dislike if you don't. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this and enjoyed this video. Here's my final tier list and rankings. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion. We can all think differently, okay? We're different people. Feel free to debate with me in the comments and say if my opinion is wrong and blah 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 blah. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Stay safe out there, little buddy buds. And bye bye.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics. Perhaps the most famous classic in all the world of music.